I'm a pig with cheese, so I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker. I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and I break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker. 2 years removed from high school, start getting on my grind, applying my dues to the organization running the game I choose to create a lane and to make a motherfucking move. Funny how I got keep it on the spot flowing, lasting longer than a lot of you niggas coming and going every day. You let me see, I'ma keep nigga that showing. Even if it rain, hell, sleet, if it's snowing from the middle of the night to the middle of the day, from the dusk to the dawn, I'ma ride that dough, nigga. Ain't about to be poor, I'ma keep performing on foes with dominant clothes while you motherfuckers going broke, get behind these hoes, nigga. Let's go. She like it when I'm humming, I like it when she suck, and she like a lot of kids, and I like a lot of fuck, and she like it when my eyes roll when I put the clutch, and I like a squirting on me, so I keep making a buzzing. But every time I make a nut, I keep a buzzing. Got enough for you, you're hungry than a nut. Get it back to get your money with my brother. I'm a cheese with cheese, so I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table.
What it do? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. When you come in the building, make sure that you smash on my like button. Let me know you're in the building. Back for another one. Dwayne Freeman, what's happening with it? Los Perros, what's happening with it? Like I said, when y'all come in the building, smash on that like button. We're going to get it in. We ain't going to waste too much time today. We got an hour. That's what I'm going to do. The show going to be an hour today. We're going to get it in. We're going to get up out of here. So as y'all come in the building, smash on that like button. Yeah. Sheena in the building, the queen in the building. What's going on with it, Sheena? Y'all ready for this weekend? Y'all ready for this weekend? We close. We close. It's almost here. As of tomorrow, we're a week out. We're a week out. Like I said, this is bigger than boxing. This is bigger than boxing. And this behind me, that's what they don't want to see. They don't want him to be heavyweight champion. This bigger than boxing. We are about a week out. About a week out. Kevin Wells, what's happening with it? Salute. Let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I only got an hour today. Okay. Thank you, Sheena. I appreciate it. I got an hour today, right? And in that hour, we're going to cook. We're going to cook in this hour. The first thing, like I said, I don't want to waste no time. The first story I want to put out there is a story on Felix Verdejo. Now, if you're not familiar with Felix Verdejo's story, Felix Verdejo was supposed to be like the next big thing, he was supposed to be like the next big Puerto Rican superstar, like the next Hector Camacho, Felix Trinidad. And Felix Verdejo, he had a lot of hype surrounding him when he came out of when he turned pro from the Olympics. Felix Verdejo was supposed to be that dude. So Felix Verdejo, He, you know what I'm saying, he suffered some early setbacks. He had a bad motorcycle accident, I believe, that set him on the sideline. He came back, he took an L, you know, but Felix Verdejo was getting his he was getting his career back on track, and then bam, you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere, right as he was getting his career back on track, he got stopped by Nakatani. TJ Sports Nation, what's happening with it? He got stopped by Nakatani. After that, we all know what happened to Felix Verdejo. He, all of a sudden, we thought Felix Verdejo, you know, he was finally getting his shit back together. And Felix Verdejo, he gets, you know what I'm saying, he gets accused and arrested, indicted for murdering his girlfriend. You know, murdering his girlfriend. Now, news came out today because we haven't really heard nothing about Felix Verdejo and what's going on with that situation. Well, he is still locked up in prison, and you know, they're still refusing to let him out on any type of bail. They still refusing to let him out on any type of bail. His next hearing is on December the 17th. So he don't, you know what I'm saying, he can't even get a hearing to see if he can get out on bail until December the 17th. He's been in there for a while now. It's been damn near probably, you know, almost a year now he's been in there. Yeah, probably almost a year Felix Verdejo has been in there. Let me see. Yeah, I think when did this happen? I don't know exactly when it happened, but it's been almost a year. So anyway, Felix Verdejo is facing a death penalty. So to go from the most promising, right, Puerto Rican prospect since Felix Trinidad to the death penalty, right? That's crazy. And this is like a overnight. This shit seemed like it happened all overnight. This is crazy. You know, it's crazy because he's not even going to be remembered for his boxing career. Felix Verdejo is going to be remembered for the man that, you know what I'm saying, murdered his girlfriend in cold blood. Let me see if I could pull up his resume. It's crazy. So that man facing a death penalty. Yeah, so he ended his career. He's 27-2, 17 KOs, 27 wins, 2 losses, 17 KOs. He lost to Antonio Torres back in 2018. That was his first L that he took. He lost to Antonio Torres, a Mexican fighter that's lost to Javier Fortuna, Jose Pedraza, and Marco Juarez Rodriguez. Yeah, I don't know what's up with, you know, I don't know what was up with Felix Verdejo in his career. It just never turned out like it was supposed to be. And obviously he had a lot of demons in his closet. And probably a lot of them things that was in his closet was holding him back from greatness. You know, and the last thing that we remember Felix Verdejo from in the ring was when he got stopped by Nakatani. But that was a fight of the year. You know, hell of a fight. But anyway, I just want to, you know, touch up on that story, let y'all know what's going on with Felix Verdejo. So he's still in there and he's looking at the death penalty, you know. Yeah. So anyway, in other news, let's talk about this Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz situation. You know, Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz, they both fight under the Golden Boy banner. And we've been talking about Golden Boy, you know, on my last live. They looking real bad out here. Golden Boy is looking real bad out here. Since when? I want to know, since when do you become a mandatory for a major title? The WBC is supposed to be the most prestigious title in all of boxing. You know, for ever since boxing ever since I've known about belts, everybody knows the green belt, right? That's the belt that everybody knows. That's the belt that everybody is supposed to want, the green belt. Well, ever since Devin Haney got the green belt around his waist, why are fighters fighting for the mandatory position, but still refusing to take the shot at the title? I've never seen, except for today in boxing, right? In my whole entire career of growing up, I've never seen somebody had to get forced to fight a champion. How do they have to force you to fight a champion? So the WBC, after all of this time, they finally coming out and they trying to, you know what I'm saying, put their foot down. Finally. Because they're the problem in the first place, because they letting shit like this ride. They letting it ride out and ride out. Why do you have to force a professional fighter to get in the ring and fight for a championship belt? I don't understand that. Like that shit, I can't understand that. You shouldn't have to force nobody to get in the ring and fight for a title. That shit don't make no sense. So now the WBC, after all of the backlash that they getting from other things, now they want to come out and act like they putting their foot on the gas, and they saying that if the winner between Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz don't fight Devin Haney, well, then they're gonna be stripped of their mandatory position. Shouldn't you have done that a long time ago? Matter of fact, you should have stripped Ryan Garcia of his mandatory position the moment he got on camera and told you that he wasn't fighting Devin Haney. That was way back when he fought Luke Campbell. That was almost a year ago when he told you that. Told you straight out, I'm not fighting Devin Haney. Y'all should have stripped him of his mandatory position right then and there. Right then and there. It just don't make no sense. World Combat, what's happening with it in the building? Terry Smooth Jr., Miggy Live. Let me see. Dwayne Freeman in the building. What's happening with it? World Combat say that fighters may lack confidence in that specific, especially if they have ulterior motives to fight a bigger name, etc. I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying. But you know, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous. Belts only mean something now to these fighters according to who's holding them. So these fighters, it's so, let me see what I call them. They just weird. These fighters is so soft nowadays that they pick and choose who they want to fight, even when it comes to if the fighter is a world champion or not. You know, like this shit's ridiculous. Think about this. Y'all got to think about the way that these fighters' mind frames are now and how boxing is. Like you have to make a motherfucker take a title shot. That shit crazy to me. That's crazy. We no longer are in the era of the champion being the best one and everybody else below him chasing them. They only chasing champions if they like got a vacant, if they want a vacant belt, and if they see it's an easy fight. If it ain't an easy fight, I'm cool. I don't care about being no world champion. It's 15 other belts out there I can pick up and call myself a world champion. Like it doesn't make no sense. It makes no sense at all. Like this sport is so washed up and you know what I'm saying? It's so washed up. It's crazy. Crazy. Imagine the UFC, right? Challenger saying, you know what? No, I don't want to fight the champion. I'll skip around him. I'll go ahead and wait until somebody else get the belt. Imagine that. Imagine the UFC #1 challenger saying, you know what? I don't want to fight. You know what? Nah, I'm cool. I don't want to fight Izzy. You know what? I'll just wait. I'll wait my turn and see if he loses the belt. Then I'll go ahead and fight. You know, maybe I'll fight, you know what I'm saying, the challenger that beats him. But I'm cool for right. These dudes is weird. Motherfuckers is weirdos. Terry Smoot says, I miss the days of Mitch Green and what he had to do to get a fight with Tyson. Real talk. These dudes, they don't care about that type of shit no more. They don't care about that. Their whole mind mentality is just different. It's weird. So, yeah. You actually got to force. They have to force Ryan Garcia and JoJo Diaz to go out there and fight for a championship title. One of them, and we're not talking about a vacant title. We're not talking about a secondary title. We ain't talking about no WBC silver, WBA silver, or, you know, all these other different belts they got. We're talking about the real WBC title. And Devin Haney is out here with the real WBC strap, and he has to beg fighters to come and fight him. Where the fuck do they do that at? Where do they do that at? Devin Haney has to beg fighters to come and fight him for his strap. I don't understand it. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash my like button, because one thing they don't do is they don't send out my notifications. I'm able to look and see how many, you know, people get my notifications, and it's like 2% out of everybody that I have subscribed. It's like 2%. So least thing y'all can do is, you know, hit my like button. And what's good with it? What's good with it? Batman off in the building. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. And Batman could attest to this too, you know. When I'm saying that Devin Haney has to beg people to fight him for his title. Same shit with Gary Russell. Gary Russell been the champion for probably down to six years now, right? Been the champion for over 6 years now. And Gary Russell has, for 6 years, he's had to beg the top competition, right, in his weight division of 126 to come fight him. You got to beg these dudes to come fight him. Now, everybody want to talk about, well, Tank Davis beat Leo Santa Cruz. Who the fuck is Leo Santa Cruz if Leo Santa Cruz refused to fight Gary Russell for 6 years? Damn near. If Leo Santa Cruz was really that dude like that, why would you have to beg him to fight Gary Russell and we still ain't seen it? Let's talk about that. Let's really talk about that. Because, yeah, I like Leo Santa Cruz. Good dude. Leo Santa Cruz is a good dude. But let's go ahead and talk about Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Because today, I'm getting on these dudes that's been in weight divisions with main champions, but refused to fight him for years and years. Just like JoJo Diaz and Ryan Garcia, right? Just like we getting on their helmet. Well, I'm going to decide to get on Leo Santa Cruz today. Because everybody always talks about Leo Santa Cruz is this and his accomplishments, this, and that, right? But why did Leo Santa Cruz refuse to get in the ring with another champion for years and years and years? Why? And ain't nobody never said nothing about this shit. When we talk about Leo Santa Cruz, we praising him. Well, Tank Davis beat Leo Santa Cruz. Okay. Leo Santa Cruz ain't shit if he refused to get in the ring with another world champion. And like I said, I like Leo Santa Cruz, but I got to keep it 100. And let's go down Leo Santa Cruz's resume. I want to see who Leo Santa Cruz actually really beat. That we can say, okay, yeah, that dude is a beast. He either ended his career as a beast or he's still a beast right now. Let's pull up Leo Santa Cruz's resume. I wasn't even gonna get on Leo Santa Cruz, but I do what I feel like it in. It's the spur of the moment type of situation. Let me go through Leo Santa Cruz's resume real quick. I want to see why is everybody saying Leo Santa Cruz is such a monster. I want to see. Show me. Now let me go back to, and I'm gonna pull it up so everybody can see. I don't know. I ain't never went down his I know, the main people that he fought, but I never just went down his resume like that. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to all do that. And like I said, I like Leo Santa Cruz, but enough is enough of this bullshit. So if we're going to get on these young fighters like Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz for being, hoes, let's get on Leo Santa Cruz and see who he fought and beat. Now, make sure that y'all can see this. Let me make sure that y'all can see this. Hold on. Pull up my okay, y'all can see it. Let me pull this up. So we're gonna start at the bottom. We don't care about none of that because these is all fights when he was young, up and coming. All these is probably low level fights. I don't know none of these dudes that I'm passing. Okay. So Leo Santa Cruz, he fought Eric Morrell. Eric Morrell was 46-3 for the International Boxing Federation World Bantamweight title. So he fought for the World Bantamweight title, the IBF World Bantamweight title. Let me look at Eric Morrell. So Eric Morrell was pretty solid. He ended his career with 46 wins and 4 knockouts. So I'm guessing that was his last. Oh, well, hold on. When Leo Santa Cruz beat Eric Morrell, that was Eric Morrell's last fight. So that was his last fight. And Abner Mares had beat. I didn't know this, y'all. You see, if we're going to tell the story, we got to tell the whole story behind what's really going down. Now, I just looked at Eric Morrell, and I was like, Eric Morrell was a solid fighter. But then you see, Abner Mares had beat Eric Morrell already right before Leo Santa Cruz beat him. Right? Then Leo Santa Cruz beat him, and Eric Morrell retired. That was his last fight of his career. So Eric Morrell was old at that point in time. Eric Morrell, he started his career in 96. I don't know how old he was, but Leo Santa Cruz beat him when he was on his way out the door. You know what I'm saying? He beat him when he was on his way out the door. Still beat him, but he beat him at the end of his career. That means something. Nobody, I don't know, Victor Torres. Okay, let's keep going. Let me see. Keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go. And I'm going past these guys because these dudes, they just meet, you know what I'm saying? They not no top fighters. Abner Mares. Now, this is when people really started looking at Leo Santa Cruz like, okay, this dude might be something. You know what I'm saying? He beat Abner Mares. Now, Abner Mares, he was a solid fighter. Was he a fighter on Gary Russell's level? No. Was he a fighter on Tank Davis' level? No. But Abner Mares was a solid fighter. You know what I'm saying? He was solid. So, bam. He had a good win against Abner Mares, right? And he beat Kiko Martinez and stopped him. Well, Gary Russell beat the shit out of Kiko Martinez and knocked his ass out, too. And he fought Carl Frampton, and he lost to Carl Frampton, right? Carl Frampton was a solid fighter. Can't take nothing away from Carl Frampton. He was a solid fighter. but he lost to Carl Frampton the first time. Then they ran it back, and he beat Carl Frampton on 2 out of the 3 scorecards, right? Majority decision, he beat Carl Frampton. Solid fighter. After he beat Carl Frampton, let's see what he did. Chris Avalo, this dude is not a top fighter. Abner Mares, we already seen he already had fought Abner Mares, right? So he fighting somebody again that he already had beat. Rafael Rivera, he wasn't shit, really. You know what I'm saying? He ain't up there. Miguel Flores, he's all right, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? Miguel Flores ain't no top fighter. He got 4 losses on his record, and 3 of them is KOs. KO losses. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't fought nobody. And then he fought Gervonta Davis and lost. So you got Abner Mares, Carl Frampton, who he split wins with, and Gervonta Davis, who he lost to. This is actual factual. When people say, well, Leo Santa Cruz is this and Leo Santa Cruz is that. You got Abner Mares, who he fought twice, right? Does anybody ever consider Abner Mares a A-class elite level fighter? He was a B-level fighter. You know, no, I don't have nothing against Abner Mares. Solid B-level fighter. You have Carl Frampton. Good fighter. He split wins with Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton was another B-level fighter. Good win. Split wins with Carl Frampton, right? Then you got Gervonta Tank Davis, who he lost to. That's Leo Santa Cruz. Now, people always tell me that Leo Santa Cruz is great. People always telling me how great Leo Santa Cruz is. And they always give Leo Santa Cruz all the credit in the world and say that Tank Davis jumped in there with Leo Santa Cruz and this. Well, I just went down Leo Santa Cruz's whole resume and told you who he beat and who he fought. Now, Leo Santa Cruz doing all of that, right? Most of that time in his resume, well, ever since he moved up to 126, he was ducking Gary Russell. Gary Russell had a WBC strap, and Leo Santa Cruz is one of the problems in boxing. Like I said, we was talking about Joseph Diaz, and we were also talking about Ryan Garcia ducking Devin Haney and having to beg Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz to go out there and fight for a title. Well, Leo Santa Cruz did it for years and years and years, and he still ain't fought Gary Russell Jr. So that's great to y'all. That's a problem with boxing. We calling guys like Leo Santa Cruz greatness, and we're not getting on his head for ducking Gary Russell, a man who's had the WBC title for 6 years. Well, where you think Joseph Diaz and Ryan Garcia, they coming up under guys like Leo Santa Cruz? Where you think they learning what they learning? Where you think they getting it from? The guys ahead of them. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Now, is Leo Santa Cruz still great? I want to hear. I just went down his whole resume. Is that great to y'all? Because all them no-name fighters that he was fighting that nobody had never remembered except for, maybe they hometown people and, people that's close to him. All that time, he could have been fought Gary Russell, but he didn't. Y'all don't hear me, though. Hit my like button. Y'all smash my like button. Shit ridiculous. Don't make no sense. It makes no sense at all. But people want to say he was a great fighter. And Tank Davis got in there with Leo Santa Cruz. And I'm only using Tank Davis because I never heard people really, you know what I'm saying that Leo Santa Cruz was a great fighter until Tank Davis fought him. And then all of a sudden he was a great fighter. But Leo Santa Cruz ducked Gary Russell. And Gary Russell had a championship title in his weight division for years. And Leo Santa Cruz refused to beat him. So ain't shit great about Leo Santa Cruz to me. Now, he's a great person. He's a great person. Real cool dude, but ain't nothing great about Leo Santa Cruz to me, because when you look down his resume, it wasn't shit great about that. And it ain't nothing great about ducking a WBC world champion. Nothing great about that shit. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing great about that. But that's the type of shit that we praise today. That's the type of fighter that gets to headline a pay-per-view, right? That's the shit y'all like. That's the type of fighter that they'll put in front of your face and tell you, you know what? We could make a huge pay-per-view event out of him because he's a star. We putting a Mexican star in there with a black star. This is some bullshit. Anyway, before I really get to going off on this bullshit, let's go ahead and switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we got 30 minutes left, and now we gonna cook on the Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant situation. Now, Caleb Plant, I just listened to an interview last night, and I listened to Caleb Plant, right? Well, before I even get into that, right? I want to call a lot of y'all on some bullshit. Because I've been hearing for the longest time, well, Caleb Plant, you know, when he fought Caleb Truex, he looked vulnerable. Caleb Truex, you know what I'm saying? This, and that. So I said, I watched the fight when it happened. So I said, you know what? Let me go back and watch the Caleb Plant, because this is what I do. I'll go study fights. Let me go back and watch Caleb Plant versus Caleb Truex, right? Because we've heard that, well, you know, he didn't look too good in that fight because he had a hand injury and then, right? And I hope Money Brown is listening, because me and Money has argued about this. Money said that, you know, Caleb Plant, he got a history of gassing out in fights. He gassed out down the stretch in the Caleb Truex fight. And I was like, well, maybe, you know, he was, you know what I'm saying, couldn't get up for the Caleb Truex fight. That's what I said. He gassed out in the Uzataki fight, and he gassed out against Caleb Truex. So, you know, I couldn't argue because I didn't really remember, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a real big fight. I watched the fight when it happened, but I didn't really remember all the details with that fight. So last night, I went back and I watched the full fight. And if anybody wants to debate me on it or argue with me, you'll go see what I saw. I went back and I watched the full fight, right? And I'm going to call everybody on some bullshit. See, this is the type of shit that I can't stand, because motherfuckers run with narratives, right? And they'll fucking just continue to run with these narratives. I watched the fucking fight, the whole fight last night. And I'll drop the link, but we can't be long because I got, like I said, I got about 30 minutes and I'm going to get up out of here. But let me send the link to my brother Batman, right? Let me send the link to my brother Batman real quick. So I watched the full fight, and I'm telling you the honest to God truth. Caleb Plant beat the shit out of Caleb Truex for 12 straight rounds. What the fuck is y'all talking about? He gassed out. He threw more punches in the 11th and the 12th round than he did in any other round. But motherfuckers had the nerve enough to come in here and tell me that he has a history of gassing out down the stretch. What the fuck? And like I said, I couldn't argue because I didn't remember all the details. He beat the dog shit. He won every single round against Caleb Truex. and beat the dog shit out of him and schooled him. Caleb Truex, and I counted, I watched. Caleb Truex may have landed 4 good shots on Caleb Plant that whole 12-round fight. Let me put Batman in here. What's good with it, Batman?
Hey, Key, man. Hey, look, man, you talking some good shit, man. And motherfucker Truex ain't started hitting him till the 8th round. And he hit him one time in the 8th round, twice in the 9th. I re-looked at it too, because Money keep talking about it. So I went back and re-looked at it. He hit him one time in the 8th round with a good right hand. He hit him twice in the 9th round. He hit him once again in the 10th round. He ain't really touching no fucking Caleb Plant.
Like I said, he landed probably 4 good shots that whole fight. But then you hear these niggas running about, he gassed out against Caleb Truex. He didn't look too good. What the fuckers was
he won every round.
He won and I'm talking about he won every round by a blowout.
Yeah, I don't get it neither.
See, that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? That shit really bothers me when people get shit and run with narratives. Now I have to go back and I have to say, well, how does Caleb Plant have a history of getting tired in fights when you only seen him his whole career get tired in one fight? And that was the Uzcategui fight when he had been out of the ring over a year.
He got clipped in. He got clipped in what, the 10th round?
What?
And the Uzcategui fight, he got clipped.
Yeah, but I'm saying is you hearing, right? You hearing people run with a narrative saying that Caleb Plant has a history of gassing out in fights, right? You now, if you have how many let me pull up Caleb Plant's resume. And I'm not saying it for everybody that's listening, right? And y'all hit my like button. I'm not saying that Caleb Truex is a world-class fighter. I'm not saying that he's a top fighter. All I'm saying is we have to stop with these lies that we coming out with, right? Now, Batman. Let me put you on mute in the back of your background. Are you good now? Okay. So now what I'm saying is, look, Caleb Plant has 21 fights. Not a lot of fights. In 21 fights, you've seen him get tired down the stretch in one fight. These is facts, right? You seen him get, because that Caleb Truex that he got tired and the Caleb Truex started, that's a fucking lie. In 12 rounds, Caleb Truex might have landed probably 4 solid shots on Caleb Plant and didn't even get a reaction out of Caleb Plant in 12 straight rounds, right? But then you got motherfuckers running around here talking about that Caleb Plant has a history of getting tired. Well, if he got tired in the Caleb Truex fight, which is a complete 100% lie, if he got tired in that fight, why did he throw more punches in the 11th and 12th round than he did in any other round? How does that make sense? If you see, that's when motherfuckers get on here and they get the line, then they have a whole motherfuckers following, a lot of people following them that get the line along with them. Then you get the narrative. Well, Caleb Plant, he has a history of wearing out in fights. He has a history of gassing out. How do you have 21 fights and you got tired in one fight out of 21 fights? But now you have a history of gassing out down the stretch. Only time we seen him get tired, right? Get a little bit tired was in the Jose Uzcategui fight down the stretch, right? When he already had won the fight. The fight was in the bag. He had been off of, he hadn't fought in a whole year. A lot of that time he couldn't train because he had a major hand surgery, right? And went straight into a championship bout. But y'all don't want to talk about that. You see him get tired in one fight, so you put that jacket on him throughout for his whole career. Oh, he has a history of getting tired. Y'all full of shit. A lot of y'all motherfuckers is full of shit, for real. That's some bullshit right there. Straight bullshit. And I really had to go back and watch because, you know, you keep hearing shit and you hear narratives that people try to push because that's what they want you to think, right? And so you like, okay, well, maybe it's because of this. And I'm sitting there, well, maybe it was because of this. And I said to myself, you know what? Let me go watch that fight. I want to go back and watch that fight for myself and see if Caleb Plant really was struggling at points and times with Caleb Truex, and did he really get tired? And that shit is 150% fucking lie. Quit with the lies. If you're gonna spit on boxing, if you're gonna talk, tell the truth. Stop making up shit.
Yeah, tell them niggas stop being man famous, man.
Bro, that shit, stop making up shit. Man, and I'm glad you on here, Batman, because you said that you went and watched the fight just like I did. Now,
yeah, I went to watch the fight because that's all money keep talking about. So I went back and watched the joint. He only got touched in the 8th round. He started getting hit in the 8th round. Ah, shit. He started getting hit in the 8th round.
How many times, honestly,
he got hit one time?
How many times you think that Caleb Truex landed solid shot on?
5 times. 5 times.
Okay, I said like 4. 5. You said 5.
Hey, he only, man, then Caleb Plant beat the shit out of him the whole fight. The
whole fucking fight, bro.
You ain't even when he did hit him with the clean shots, he ain't wobble, he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hurt him or nothing. He just got a clean shot in.
Right. So when you run with the narrative that, he was struggling at times, you know what I'm saying, with Caleb Truex. He got tired in the Caleb Truex. He got a history. When you run with that narrative, now when you listen to that, now it makes you, well, yeah, he don't have a chance against Canelo Alvarez. Why was he getting tired against Caleb Truex? Why did he struggle at times with Caleb Truex? Of course he ain't got to, see, now you lead people down the wrong path because I challenge everybody to go back and watch. It's on YouTube. The Caleb Truex versus Caleb Plant fight. This shit was a fucking lie.
But even Canelo get tired. He just stopped getting tired, dog. Listen, man. Even how Caleb Plant came out, you know, and said how that's why he want people to take them short breaks because he recycling off of whatever he using. Right. Oh, yeah. I don't care what nobody say. I've been saying this. Canelo is a drug cheat.
And I'm not, and you know,
I know
I'm not saying that. And what I'm not saying is money ain't the only one that said that, right? It's a lot of people out here that was running with that bullshit, saying that he got a history of getting tired and he had problems with Caleb Truex and Caleb. You go 12 rounds. You go full 12 rounds. You beat the shit out of a dude for 12 straight rounds, and this dude land maybe 4 or 5 solid shots on you that do nothing to you. You didn't even get a reaction out of 12 whole rounds, right? The 4 or 5 solid shots that Caleb Truex did land on Caleb Plant, he got no fucking reaction at all. No reaction.
Listen to this. After he fought Danny Jacobs, when the last time Canelo Alvarez gave somebody a full camp? Right. When the last time Canelo Alvarez gave a fighter a full camp, a full training camp for an 8-week fight?
Man, so we gon' this is what I want to do, and salute to everybody in the building. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. Make sure, and I know a whole bunch of y'all faggots gonna smash the dislike button because, you know, if you're not talking, if you got Canelo on the title, but you're not in here, you know what I'm saying, sucking Canelo off the whole, you know what I'm saying, show, people feel offended by that. But this ain't that type of show. You know what I'm saying? But so Canelo Alvarez, right? I'm gonna switch it up. Caleb Plant.
Hold up, Keith. The dude talking about the hair follicles, dog. I don't believe nothing the WBC put out there about Canelo Alvarez or his team. Dog, the man, what's his name? Valdez got caught. They took the drug off the fucking list. Come on, man.
My guy.
This shit, man.
my guy, look, check this out. Check this out. They keep talking about the hair follicles, right? Now, when have you heard when a lot of guys then tested positive, right? When have you ever heard that they took hair follicles for a B sample? When have you ever heard that?
He the only one.
So now all of a sudden, they don't do it to nobody else, but all of a sudden now they took hair follicles from Canelo Alvarez. Now, I want to know where you heard that at.
He the only one.
I didn't hear that.
The WBC probably put it out there. He the only fighter they did that for.
I'm going to look that up because, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to look that up. Let me see. Canelo Alvarez.
So if they ain't, if they found that he ain't with the hair follicles, why they just ain't reinstate him? Why they still suspend him? Come on, man. Y'all tell that shit to anybody else, man.
Now, that's what I want to know. You never heard about nobody else.
No, that's some shit.
Getting
Money
hair
putting out
follicles
there.
tested, but all of a sudden, Canelo Alvarez hair follicles was tested. Like I said, man, I'm not calling Canelo Alvarez a drug cheat right now. So don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that he on drugs right now, but I'm saying all of a sudden his hair, that shit is a fucking PR campaign story.
Batman definitely called him a drug treat because, dog, when the last time Canelo give somebody a full training camp, dog?
Our Espinoza, right? What I'm saying is it's a PR, right? It's a PR cover-up. Oh, we tested his hair follicles and they can't. That's easy to say that shit. When the fuck do they test fighters' hair follicles? Because if they tested fighters' hair follicles, a lot of these motherfuckers be on the sidelines right now and you wouldn't hear nothing about them fighting no more. Trust me when I tell you that. Trust me when I tell you that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I got you, knockout.
Hey, Key, they found it in his blood, but the hair ain't have it. The fuck out of here, man.
Right. So his hair follicle test came out negative, but the blood, first of all, a hair follicle test, come on now. You can smoke weed and piss and take a blood test, it'll be out your system, right? In a few weeks, hair follicle is going to stay in there for 6 months. So how they find it exactly? How all of a sudden, well, it wasn't in his, come on now. They just said that shit. That's a great PR, right? We got to clear that up. Let's come out and say that we tested his hair follicles and it wasn't in his hair follicles. Well, the WBC said, who the fuck is the WBC? The WBC is more corrupt than anybody you know. But that's all old, right? We can talk about that shit all day. Like I said, my personal opinion is I don't think that Canelo, well, I'm not, right? I don't have no thought that Canelo Alvarez, I don't think about it. So I'm not, hold on, let me fix this real quick. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, Canelo Alvarez is a drug cheat right now, and I think he on drugs when he going there against Caleb Plant. I'm just bringing some things up that I think is bullshit. Now, and salute to Knockout in the building. Y'all already
salute, fellas. What's up? What's up, y'all?
Subscribe to Knockout Boxing 86 TV off in the building. Now, what I'm saying is all that's in the past. But right now, right, something that I do want to cook on that is right now is I was listening to Caleb Plant, right, in his interview. And Caleb Plant said that before they, you know what I'm saying, because we know they had a fight that actually it didn't turn out. They had to push the date back, right? And it was because of crazy demands that Canelo was demanding in the contract. Now, Caleb Plant says that they was like 6 weeks out from the fight, and Canelo made no peep, didn't say one word about drug testing. Not one word. He said throughout the whole negotiations, Canelo had, I want this, and I want that, and I want this, and I want that, and well, we need to put this in there too. But he didn't make not one peep about drug testing. Caleb Plant said he actually had to push for the drug testing. He said that was one of his demands in the contract is I'm not fighting him unless we get 12-week drug testing. Well, he said he was able to get 10 weeks. But Caleb Plant, right, he said that to say this. He says he's the champion. He has, you know what I'm saying? Well, he has all of the belts. Like, he's the prestigious name. I'm not. I only got one IBF belt, right? I don't have a big name in boxing like he does. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's supposed to be at the top of the hill. Everybody is aiming for Canelo Alvarez, right? He's the one. He says that, wouldn't you think that he would be the main one wanting as much drug testing as he could get because people are going to try to do anything that they can to beat him? Wouldn't you think that he would have been on my helmet instead of the other way around to get this drug testing in for 12 weeks as long as he could? He says, if I'm the champion that has all 3 belts, ain't nobody fight me without 12-week drug testing. But he said Canelo Alvarez didn't make not one peep about it. He said they was actually about to go into a fight about 6 weeks out with no drug testing. They had neither one of them had got drug tested at all, right? If he had now think about this shit. If Caleb Plant had to agree to whatever stipulations that was in that contract that Caleb Plant was like, you know, and we know what it was, right? We don't have to go through all that. If Caleb Plant had to agree to that bullshit ass contract, right, with all of those stipulations, they 6 weeks out, they still wouldn't have had no drug testing, right? But that was okay with Canelo Alvarez. And I thought about that. And I said, you know what? Caleb Plant is making a whole lot of sense because if you are that big name, we know how boxing is. Everybody on the panel, everybody that's watching, whether you agree with me or not, we all know how boxing is. If you that top dog, people aiming for you. And a lot of these fighters will do any and everything they can to get an advantage to beat you. We seen all the dudes that were popping positive when they had to fight Deontay Wilder. They was trying to get an advantage. Canelo Alvarez, you don't think some of these dudes that Canelo give a shot to, you don't think you're not worried about them trying to get an advantage over you? You demanding all these things in your contract, except for we need to have 12-week drug testing. If I'm Canelo Alvarez, just like Plant said, that's one of the main things I want in my contract. That's one of the first things I'm demanding. Nobody's getting in here fighting me with everything that I have to lose without 12-week drug testing. I ain't doing it. So, Batman, I want you to cook on this, and then Knockout, I want you to cook on this. And don't be too long because, like I said, we ain't got that long today.
Man, I ain't gotta be too long, man. It's like I said, man. I already cooked on it, man. The man is a treat, man. I mean, if you're a cheater, you ain't worried about the next cheater. That's how I look at it.
Get the likes up. Y'all get the likes up. Smash the like button. Like, we need more likes than that. There's a lot of y'all in here that have not smashed the like button. Get the likes up. Go ahead, Batman. My bad.
Man, I mean, he telling y'all, man, the man, if you the king of the hill like Floyd Mayweather was, when the whiff of cheating got started, Floyd Mayweather was trying to get everybody to be on the same playing field as him. So why Canelo Alvarez not doing the same thing? I mean, like when Floyd was the king of the hill, Floyd was like, man, look, man, I'm not fighting nobody no more till they take Olympic style drug testing. Nevada, or Husada, one of them. But come on, man, y'all know what it is, man. The man don't get tired no more, man. Y'all know what it is. But go ahead, knockout.
Yeah, man. Salute to y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all letting me come through, and salute to everybody in the chat, bro. Real quick, so the whole clenbuterol testing positive hair follicle shit, like y'all was saying, bro. I did some research and dropped a video on this shit. So he tested positive on February 17th of 2018, and then February 20th of 2018. But then we supposed to believe that he took a hair follicle test in March of that same year and didn't test positive, bro. How do we follow the logic with that shit if the hair follicle was supposed to go back at minimum 90 days and some of those tests can go back 60 days, bro? How can he test positive a month prior for a test that's not as good, that doesn't have as much, that can't go back as far? How do he test positive for some shit like that, but then not test positive the month later, bro? Like, that shit don't make sense. And I was trying to tell people that in my chat just a minute ago, bro. So that's the first thing with that. Now, as far as what Caleb Plant is saying, bro, like, I don't understand why all the venom and the vitriol and why people are acting so surprised when you test positive for some shit. People are gonna bring that back up at you. At least your opponents should do that shit if they really trying to win. See, I think the problem that Canelo Alvarez and his fans are having is they ain't used to nobody studding up on his ass like this, bro. They not used to nobody that's gonna talk that shit to him. That's gonna say, nah, bro, I believe you a cheater. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna show you that you really ain't what you think you are, bro. And so that's getting them real salty and real upset right now. And for me personally, I just want to see the fight. I think it's gonna be a great fight. You know what I'm saying? But for everyone that's like picking their side and picking this side in terms of, oh, y'all just using this as an excuse, bro. If you bring up a fact of somebody, that's not an excuse, bro. It's not an excuse if somebody says, say, bro, he cheated back in 2018. Who's to say he's not cheating again? And that's why, as a fighter, it's incumbent upon you, and it's your job to make sure you know what's in your body, you know what you can take, and you know what you can't take. There's no excuse to have something in your body that you're not supposed to take when the testing organization, whether it's WADA, it could be VADA, it could be USADA, whoever it is, they give you a list of shit that you can't take, bro. So I don't give a damn. Miss me with the boar meat, the cows in Mexico, the herbal tea. Miss me with all of that shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, you have a list and you supposed to know, bro. You have a list and you supposed to know. And so if you have some shit that you got, you can't get mad if 3 years later somebody like, yo, bro, you a dirty ass fighter. You can't get mad at your opponents for doing that shit. I mean, you can. It makes the press conference fun. It's gonna make the build up to the fight fun. It gives us as content creators fun ass shit to talk about. But you can't be. I don't know why Eddie Reynoso's acting surprised. I don't know why Canelo Alvarez is running around here like he don't know why Caleb Plant is saying what he's saying. I'd rather Canelo had come out and said, look, bro, I pushed him and I got mad at the press conference because I just want to knock his head out because he been talking shit. Don't make up some excuse about mother F for this and mother F for that. But overall, bro, I just don't think that we should be acting surprised if Canelo Alvarez is facing heat right now. Eddie Reynoso is facing heat right now because no one told him to do what he did in 2018. And so fighters are going to bring that shit up. And we finally have a fighter that's not respecting him the way that Callum Smith did or the way that Avni Yildirim did. This fighter's here to win. He's here to put his best foot forward. And maybe he'll win. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But at least I know he there for the smoke. And you can't ask for nothing but that, bro.
Right. What you think, you know what I'm saying? What you think about Canelo not saying a peep about drug test? You heard what Caleb Plant said. You know, what you think about that situation, man?
I mean, shit, I think you don't say shit when you want to do some shit and kind of bend some rules yourself, right? It's just like cheating on the test back when we was all in school, bro. Like if you know you trying to get the answers and shit from the smart girl that's on the desk from you, you ain't gonna cheat on the homie you ain't gonna tell on the homie on the other side because he cheating too. Because shit, you trying to get them same answers. So it's the same logic here, bro. Like if I'm trying to get an advantage, whether it be I'm trying to take some sort of shit to cut weight, or whether I'm trying to take some sort of shit to enhance my performance, whatever I'm trying to take, I'm not going to make it a point to bring it up to the other side because I'm trying to take that shit too. So if you don't want to put it in the contract, I don't want to put that shit in the contract. And that's just how it is, bro. Like if homie got the drop on the gas pump because he got the gas pump working shit, and you want to get some gas, you ain't gonna tell on the other people like, say, bro, they over there getting their free gas. No, you gonna try to go get some free gas your damn self too. It's the same thing with this shit. Like, bro, he just it looked bad, bro. And Caleb Plant got a good point. It does look bad if you the king, if you ain't, mandating drug tests for your fights and shit. That looks bad. That we can't escape that. Even Canelo Alvarez himself or his fans got to look themselves in the mirror and realize that that's not some shit that you can escape, bro. That is some shit that you're supposed to have in your contracts. And if you don't have it in your contracts, you can't get mad at people like me. You can't get mad at Batman. You can't get mad at ETB or, any of the brothers and the sisters in the chat for asking the basic common sense question. Why is that, bro? Why don't you give a damn about drug testing? What's going on over there? On top of all the other people in your camp testing positive, like what's really going on? So that's what I think of it. I just think, maybe that means he wanted a little advantage, or he had some shit going on himself that he didn't really want to bring to the light. So that's just what it is.
Now people are gonna ask you, they're gonna say, well, he's enrolled in VADA. He's enrolled in VADA. You have to be enrolled in VADA per WBC. He's enrolled in VADA because that's what's gonna come.
My response to those people would be, well, so the fuck was Oscar Valdez. So was Oscar Valdez. He was enrolled in VADA his damn self. He pays a fee every freaking month to VADA as a part of the clean boxing program. He sure does. He pays that same fee. And what the hell happened to him? That would be my only response to those people. What the fuck happened with him?
He's enrolled in VADA, right? And you see, they was about to fight on 6 weeks' notice and had no drug testing. So does him being enrolled in VADA, what does that all mean? You know what I'm saying? Like Caleb Plant said, if I had agreed to that contract, we would have been going into a fight 6 weeks out, and ain't now one of us had got touched by a needle or pissed in no cup. He was still enrolled in VADA then. Answer everything you need to know. Answer everything you need to know. WBC do what the WBC want to, according to who it is. Rich Mendez says all Caleb Plant has to do is not fight him if he believes that he is cheating. Caleb should stop all. He says Caleb should stop all the talking and get ready to fight or bail. Well, Rich Mendez, and salute to you for coming through in that super chat. This is the thing, right? Right? Caleb if you think that he ain't training, right? If you think that he's just sitting around talking and he's not training, well, you wrong. You're 150% wrong. Caleb Plant did this interview after the press conference, right? So Caleb Plant he can say whatever he want to say, right? And what he's saying are actually facts. It's not shit that he's making up. And also, Caleb Plant is letting it be known that I'm bringing the awareness. I'm saying shit that other people are not saying. See, everybody else that's fought Canelo, they won't say nothing. Well, I'm saying it. So he's in right. He has every right to do and say what he's saying. He ain't told a lie yet. It's not like he's just making up shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and just to drive that home even more, like, who the hell gonna turn down $10 million, their biggest payday, and the opportunity to become undisputed? He believe in himself, bro. He believe the shit don't matter. Now, is he right? Again, is he right or wrong? We gonna find out November the 6th. But shit, why he gonna turn down the fight? It's the same issue that Canelo had, bro. Canelo was an Olympic gold medalist. When he gonna get that shot again? He gotta take that shot, bro. It's not that, and we gotta stop that. It ain't on these fighters and shit to be activists, bro. Like, it ain't Caleb Plant's job to clean up the sport by taking a stand and missing out on the biggest payday of his life because he's trying to prove a point that I'm not gonna fight a dirty fighter, bro. You got a finite amount of time. You got a limited amount of time in boxing, bro. And so if you got an opportunity to make $10 million and become undisputed, you take that shit, bro. It ain't his job. This on the WBC. We can't put this shit on a fighter to be like, oh, well, if he a dirty fighter, you shouldn't even be willing to step in there with a dirty fighter. What? And miss out on $10 million? Boy, you out your mind, bro. You got to be out your ever-loving mind, bro. Like, ain't nobody finna do that shit. What you should be doing is asking why the hell WBC letting people get away with this shit. That's who the pressure need to be on, bro.
And another thing I want to say, right? is Caleb Plant did take a stand. He demanded 12-week drug testing. Well, he got 10, and that's cool. If he hadn't have took that stand, do you think he would have even got 10 weeks drug testing? They would have been like, look, check this out, right? They would have been like, it's random drug testing because y'all both enrolled in Nevada. But let's go back to the Adrian Broner situation. Adrian Broner, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner did an interview and he was like, shit, we both enrolled. We supposed to be having, you know what I'm saying, drug testing. It's random, but I ain't been drug tested yet. And they was close to the fight at that point in time when AB did that interview. AB said, I ain't been drug tested yet. So I don't know what the fuck going on. That don't mean that. So that lets you know how these dudes, how things work. That's why he like, nah, we got to get 12-week drug testing or it ain't no fight. So he actually did take a stand. Now, he was only able to get 10 because of everything that was going on, but he still got 10 weeks. If he didn't take no stand, when you think they would have started drug testing? You know what I'm saying? Let me read this super chat real quick and I'm going to let you go. 817 Boxing Beat, what's happening with it? Salute. He says, Canelo trying to copy Floyd in many ways. He is hiding behind his nationalism when it comes to cheating and using race as a weapon to get paid. And salute to you, 817 Boxing Beat. 817, salute to you. But yeah, and like I said, I'm just speaking all the facts surrounding what went on and what Caleb Plant said went on and what's going on, right? I'm not saying that Canelo Alvarez is a drug cheat, but beyond when he got caught on clenbuterol. Now, I know what clenbuterol is. I know what it does. It helps your stamina. It helps you lose weight without cutting muscle, because if you don't know, when you training like fighters train and you're doing a lot of cardio, right? And you got muscle. Well, when you start doing a lot of cardio, you start shedding. Once you start losing, that fat that you have to cut down in weight, you also losing a lot of muscle. And when you losing muscle, you losing strength, right? So clenbuterol, it not only helps your stamina so you don't get tired, right? It also helps you to cut that weight. You shed all that fat, but you retain that muscle. So now you're getting stronger, right? So because you retaining that muscle. So now you don't lose no strength. You get stronger and you keeping all your muscle while shedding all the fat, and then it's helping your lungs out also. So that's what it does. Now it's not a steroid, but that's what it does.
That's an enhancement drug. It's a performance. It helps you perform better.
Right. Well, yeah. It does. It helps you perform better. But I just want to explain to people what it actually does. It's not steroids, but that's what it does. Do I think that he's on it now? Nah, I can't say that everybody can think what they want to think. I can't say that he's on it now because he hasn't got caught on anything, right? So I can't, what I'm saying? Ever since he fought Triple G, right? I can't say nothing like that. I'm not gonna put that jacket on him because he only caught. See, this is me, and I stand on my square, and I'm not switching what I've been saying. And y'all know I've been saying the same shit forever. This is me. If you get caught once, right? You do your time, right? You take whatever backlash has to do with that, and okay, you got caught once. Now, if you get caught twice, you're a certified cheat to me for the rest of your career. But he ain't on the rest. So I can't put that jacket on him for the rest of his career unless he gets caught again. Right now, I think everything is on the up and up. I think that him and Caleb Plant are going in on the fight on the even playing field. If anybody else think different, that's y'all opinion.
Now, let me give you my philosophy. You get caught once, you come back moving funny. You know how to maneuver now. All that shit. Look, man, he don't give nobody. When the last time this guy had an 8-week training camp, man? This is the first time. Everybody else 4 weeks. He tried to get Caleb Plant the first time 4 weeks. He ain't doing nothing but recycling. The shit just don't go. I mean, the shit still help you for another 6 months without taking it. Come on, man. Dog, ever since he got caught, he been moving funny. Stop acting like the dude don't move funny. He don't move like a regular boxer no more. Every time he go at somebody, he go at him real. Oh, you got to take this fight right now. I'm trying to fight right now. Caleb Plant is the only one that stood up and say, "Fuck no, I'm not fighting you on no 4-week training camp. I mean, no 4 weeks. I'm not doing it. Go take that shit somewhere else."
And been called a duck repeatedly for it.
Yeah. Go take that shit somewhere else. Come on, man. Dog, don't act like this dude not moving funny, dog. I know motherfuckers, they trying to bring this jail sense in. When you get caught, when you go to jail, you just learn how to do it way better when you come home, man. That's all the dude doing, man.
Hey, salute to Blue Blood Sports TV off in the building.
Salute,
the
Blue
king
Blood.
of this thing. What's happening with it, Blue Blood?
Blue, what's up, Blue?
Blue. Yes, sir. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. I might, and I'm gonna get the 817 Boxing B super chat right after this, right? I might have my thoughts, right? I can think what I want to think in my head, but me, the way I move, I'm not gonna come out and push that in you know what I'm saying? I might have my thoughts, but I'm not gonna push that. I'm gonna give you the benefit of doubt, right? I might have my thoughts, but I ain't gonna push that unless you get caught again. You see, but that's just how I move. Now, 817 Boxing B, what's happening with it? He says, Keon, you catch your motherfucker smoking crack once, you gonna leave him in your house for a few hours. It was only once. Hey, that's my personal, that's me personally. Like I said, I can't come on here and push that on him. Now, personally, right, I might think, yeah, the motherfucker was using clenbuterol and whatever else he could get away with, you know, before he got caught. I might think that, but I can't put that on him because I gotta go with facts. I gotta go with the facts and what he got caught with and when it happened and then what's happened after that. I just that's what I could go with. Now I can now go with in my head. I can think
different. Fact, Key. Go with this fact. So ever since he got caught, has he been moving funny?
I mean, yeah. When you say, right, when you say, look, everybody else, right, all these dudes that he fighting, besides Billy Joe, who Billy Joe had got caught, you know what I'm saying, being a drug cheat himself. But all these other guys, you giving them 4 and 5 weeks notice. Now, in 4 or 5 weeks, if I'm taking some shit, right, and I'm only getting probably, say, if they get 4 or 5 weeks notice, right, they probably only get 3 weeks of drug testing, realistically. So if I'm only, you know what I'm saying, getting 3 or 4 weeks of drug testing, I had plenty of time to drug test. I mean, I had plenty of time to take whatever I wanted to take, let that shit cycle up out of my body and reap all of the benefits in that 3 or 4 weeks. Now, of course, is that a strong possibility? Of course. Can I say that he was doing that? Nah, because I don't have no proof that he was doing that. Can I think in the back of my mind that he might have been doing that? I can think what I want to think. You see what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm saying about the situation. So yeah, him not giving fighters, you know, a full 12-week, 8-week training camp or whatever it is. Of course.
The last time the man looked gas in the second half of a fight was Danny Jacobs. After that, he hasn't been looking like the old Canelo. So something is going on.
But here's what I say to that, and I that's a point well taken. But who has he fought since fighting Danny Jacobs? Because see, part of getting tired, bro, part of gassing out in the fight has to do with the level of competition too, right? Like, so if I'm fighting somebody lesser than me, like if I go from Daniel Jacobs, then I'm fighting Rocky Fieldings of the world. I'm fighting the Liam Smiths of the world. I'm fighting the Avni Yildirim's of the world. I'm not gonna get as tired if I'm Canelo Alvarez, because shit, they sorry, bro. They not good. They not on his level. Callum Smith is a very good fighter, but Callum Smith didn't let his hand go. He didn't fight to his advantages and shit like that. So that could be part of it. What you're saying could be true though, but also you could also say that he's just fighting lesser opposition, so he don't get tired. The great thing about this Caleb Plant fight is I believe wholeheartedly we about to find out, bro. We gonna find out if he still got a gas tank problem, because Caleb Plant coming to fight, bro. And I've been telling people this is gonna be a tough ass fight. I ain't saying who I'm picking yet, but it's gonna be a tough ass fight. So I think we get to see that. And then the other stuff that the homie Key was talking about the short training camp and stuff, that too, yes, you can interpret it as, okay, he's cycling off some shit, he on some shit, he doing this. But I can also interpret it as he looking for an advantage, because Canelo get to pick and choose his opponents, bro. He get to pick and choose who he fight. So he could very well know, hey, I'm about to go over here and fight this person, but don't try to make the fight with you and only give you 4 weeks when he been preparing for your ass for months. So that's also another possibility, not just him cheating. So I agree to a point to where, yeah, bro, he look out for his best interest, and he try to do shit that's gonna be in the best interest of him. But I too, beyond the 2018 shit, that's why, you know, a lot of people might give me flack for this. He's still on the pound for pound list to me, and it's because I know what I was when I fucked up and I made a mistake or some shit. I'm not that same person. So since he only got caught once, I don't really say, yo, bro, he a cheater. He cheat every fucking time he in the ring. I don't go that far with him. I bring up the facts about what I do know. But the speculation and stuff, I don't really do it. But I do understand the point, and what I do agree with, why the hell are all these people being surprised that Caleb Plant is bringing this shit up? Because you did that shit, bro. You got to live in that shit. We all make mistakes. You got to live in that mistake, bro. But I don't call him a cheater right now. But let him test positive. He gonna be a dirty fighter forever to me, and that's just how I see it, bro.
That's true. That's true. I can give you that knockout, but me, I know what these dudes be doing, man. I know where he's from. I know who he is, because he's from kind of like where I'm from, man. These dudes, they're going to take their advantages. Come on, man. He from the poor part of Mexico, man. I know dudes like this, man. They look for that advantage, and if they get caught, all right, they might go straight for a little minute. But when that's going straight ain't working out, oh yeah, man, I gotta go back to it, man. I gotta go back to the fuck I know. But I gotta do it better this time. That's all they be doing. But now he got people on his side. He got people on his side. Come on, man. Who the fuck, man? Whichcomb got caught. My man, Big Baby, got caught the first time. They fucking gave him a whole year. Canelo Alvarez get caught, you get 6 months and get still going to your championship fight. If that was Floyd, they would have kicked Floyd out of boxing. How much they hate him. Come on, man. I'm just saying, man. You just got to be the right skin color or the right person. In this day and time, you got to be Mexican in boxing.
So I'm going to say this, Batman. Like I said, I don't have no problem with anybody saying what they're going to say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a right to that, because yeah, he did test positive. I'm just saying, I'm like me and Knockout, we probably pretty much agreeing on this. I'm not gonna put that jacket on him for his whole career, right?
No,
you got people. Hold on. You have people, right, that now try to put that. Let me see. Evander Holyfield was a steroid cheat throughout his whole career. I will never say that about Evander Holyfield. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. I can't put that jacket on him, because I only know at one time when they caught, you know, later on, damn near when he was damn near already about to retire, right? Was probably pretty much in retirement already when they caught Royds coming to his coming to his house under a different name. And we can go on and on of people in the sport that got caught one time, right? They got caught one time. None of those great fighters that got caught on something one time, I don't put that jacket on them and say, you know what? This motherfucker was a cheat his whole career. Fuck him. Now, if they got caught more than once, then I'm putting that jacket on them. So
yeah, if you on some Antonio Tarver shit, I'm on your helmet.
right, exactly. Now, so with Canelo Alvarez, I have to give him the same respect that I give everybody else. Everybody else, right? I got to put that got caught once. I don't put the jacket up on them for their whole career. So I got to give him the same respect that I give everybody else. That's just me being me. That's just me being real on my part. I don't have no problem with nobody else saying what they think and you know, saying, because once you get caught, hey, well, you bring that upon yourself for people to say what they gonna say, you know.
Man, it's just I do this because I do that because their whole team is like when everybody go over there, man, look at everybody changing, man. They changing and they changing fast. I never seen it in my life. I never seen it. I need to go over there then, man. I need to go over there.
You say you need to get in better shape, bro.
Yeah, man. I need to go over there, man.
Listen, man, that's where if you and that's where again, like if everybody put their critical thinking cap on for all the Canelo Alvarez fans, and I see the homie Dundada in the building who always support my channel. I'm glad you over here supporting my brother Everything Boxing, and make sure you smash the like button for him. But one thing you have to understand, bro, like when all this shit keeps happening around you, bro, where there's smoke, there's fire. And so when they don't punish Oscar Valdez, which we should all be pushing for, regardless of what your skin tone is or who you root for, when they don't punish these other dirty fighters around them, and then your trainer, Eddie Reynoso, still backs and supports these people, then you can't get mad if people are questioning it or people are having the point of view that Batman has, which I don't share his point of view, but I understand where he's coming from because he's saying, shit, bro, everybody around that motherfucker is dirty right now. Like, and then Eddie Reynoso, if he really don't know what they taking, if he really ain't in on it, he should be out here, look, man, we don't allow that shit in my gym. I can't believe Oscar Valdez did this. I'm not going to pull out because we're a week before the fight, but he can't train with me no more until he gets his act cleaned up. If he was really about what he trying to tell people that he about, bro. And so when you don't accept, go ahead, bro.
My bad, man. Let me say something real quick, right? Let me say something real quick. Steve Tibbs, right? He say black people always got excuses. It's always someone else's fault. White man holding me back. Laugh out loud. Fuck off, man. Okay, check this out. Why the fuck are you in here on a black man channel commenting on a black man channel if that's how you feel about a black man? I want to know that. Answer that motherfucking question for me. So when you saying we always got excuses, am I the one, or was the black man the one to tell Canelo to take this clenbuterol? Answer that fucking question for me. And why are you over here on a black man's channel? Ain't nobody tell you to come in here. If you feel that way, because I'm a black man. So if you feel that way, why are you over here on a black man channel? I want to know that. Make that shit make sense to me. Now continue on, my bad.
Yeah, and then after you finish making that shit make sense, tell me where we brought up a white person. Ain't nobody talking about no white versus black shit over here, bro. You bugging. So get the hell out of here with that shit. But anyway, like I was saying,
he says I'm a boxing fan, and all I hear is you, man, blaming whites.
Okay, whatever you say, bro.
Anything about anybody white in here?
I guarantee you, everybody on this panel and a lot of the people in the chat are way bigger boxing fans than you, bro. I probably sleep thinking about boxing more than you. So miss me with that shit, bro. Miss me with that shit. I talk about fighters and cover fighters that you probably ain't never even heard of, bro. So you can go on somewhere with that race baiting bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be trill, if you want to be all the way real, we've been talking about Mauricio Suleiman. He ain't white. Eddie Reynoso ain't white. Canelo Alvarez ain't white. The only white person we've been talking about, Caleb Plant. And for the most of this panel, people been giving him props for standing on his square and saying the shit that he believe in. So get out of here with that dumb shit, bro. Get out of here with that dumb ass trolling shit, bro. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Canelo Alvarez in his camp. I understand where Batman is coming from, although I don't agree with him. But I do understand the notion of, look, bro, you got all these people around you doing shit. How are we to believe that you're not doing it too? Now, I'm not gonna put it on them because I judge everybody off of their own action, but we all know the girl that hang out with all the promiscuous girls in school. You gonna think she on that shit too. We all know the dude that hang out with all the drug dealers. People gonna think he's slanging too. So if you Eddie Reynoso and you ain't on that shit, if you Canelo Alvarez and you ain't on that shit, what they should have done and what they should be doing is saying, look, we don't support Oscar Valdez. We don't know what the hell he was doing. He ain't in our camp no more. But when you continue to support him and you continue to big up him and show that you on his shoulder, that's gonna lead people to question, like, bro, did you know what he was doing? Why are y'all so supportive of this dude that cheated and tarnished the sport that you supposed to love? What's really going on over there? So you can't get mad at people for asking that question and bringing that type of shit up. You know what I'm saying? And salute to everybody in the chat. But that troll, we can get the hell out of here with that bullshit, bro.
No, it's all facts, all facts, all facts. And now, you know, let me rinse my man's up. Hold on real quick. Let me rinse my man's up. And y'all in the chat, don't block nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't block nobody for their opinion. Now, if some people, if somebody come in the chat and they saying disrespectful shit, then you can block them. But you know, if they just saying opinion or going against what the panel's saying or going against what y'all saying, don't block them or time them out. You know, everybody entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, man. So yeah, facts. Everything you saying is facts. And let me answer some of the things I seen in the chat. Right. You got James Toney. And this is the reason, this is one of my main reasons that I don't look at Canelo Alvarez and say that motherfucker been cheating his whole career. Because you got James Toney. James Toney been caught on PEDs several times. But you got, and this is facts, you got motherfuckers that'll get on Canelo's head, call him all the PED cheats, all the steroid cheats, in the whole, call him everything in the book, right? That go along with cheating. But will tell you that James Toney is one of the best fighters that ever laced up the glove. Tell you how great that James Toney is, right? Same thing about Antonio Tarver. It, you know, so yeah. So if you gotta put, if you say anything about Canelo, and I'm not, this ain't me taking up for Canelo, I'm just making it make sense. Because y'all know I'm speaking facts. A lot of cats that tell you everything good about James Toney, but James Toney is a motherfucking habitual steroid cheat. Now, James Toney been caught more than once, several times. So you'll never hear me talk about how great James Toney was. When Roy Jones whooped James Toney, that motherfucker was on steroids then because he got caught on steroids plenty of times in his career. So, like I said, once Canelo get caught again, if he gets caught again, I'm condemning his whole career. Everything he did throughout his whole career, he was a fucking cheat. But I can't do that to him right now because he only been caught once. That's just, you know, that's just me keeping it 100 down the board. But and the reason I use James Toney and Tarver, because those are great fighters, right? They're great fighters, and those are the two names that I could really think of in my head that are great fighters that, you know, especially James Toney. Nobody really put that jacket on James Toney.
Yeah, and if you Canelo Alvarez, you don't want to fall in that same boat. So you need to separate yourself from all of that shit when you know what already happened to you in 2018. So you need to get away from people like Oscar Valdez, bro. You need to get the fuck away from him. Instead of coming to his fight and supporting his ass, you should have been shunning his ass and telling him, hey, man, what the fuck? Like, we don't do that shit over here. Ain't no cheating over here. I can't believe he did that shit. We will no longer support him. And Eddie Reynoso should have been lockstep doing the same goddamn thing. And when you didn't do that shit, now people is like, damn, you still gonna support Oscar Valdez through all this bullshit? Like, that shit just, it makes people question, bro. It makes people question. You can't get mad that they had those questions because they valid questions. And we have yet to get an answer. We ain't got no answer for what's going on. And the stuff that Caleb Plant is saying, if I'm Canelo Alvarez, I'm Eddie Reynoso, man, why ain't you disputing that shit? Why ain't nobody, I know, like, Canelo Alvarez got to be worth like $100 million. How come ain't nobody out there like retorting that shit like, hell nah, we wanted drug testing. I don't know what he talking about with this 6-week shit. We wanted drug testing and we want drug testing in all of our fights. What they at saying that shit, bro? What they at saying that shit? Like, if it's me and you accusing me of some shit that I'm not on, or you insinuating some shit that I'm not about, bro, I'm coming right back at you like, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. I don't know what Caleb Plant was talking about. We were planning to have a drug testing anyway. We were gonna have to push the fight back to do it, but we were planning on having drug tests. I don't know what the hell he talking about with this 6-week shit. When they don't retort it, bro, they silence speaks volumes, bro. We can't act like people's silence don't mean anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is questionable, bro. It is. It's very, very questionable that Caleb Plant is out here saying all this shit, and I ain't heard nobody from Canelo's camp come out and deny anything. All they'll say is the same shit Tyson Fury was on. Like, oh, Deontay Wilder accused me of this. He's delusional. And then you hear Eddie Reynoso. Oh, we work hard over here. Like, they don't know what it's like to build a gym. And bro, that ain't what they asked you, bro. That ain't what they asked you. They asked you about the cheating allegations, bro. They didn't ask you how hard you work, bro. They didn't ask you about what it took to build your gym up. They asked you, what about these cheating allegations? You talking about, oh, we work so hard. He's disrespecting Mexico. He doesn't like, bro. Are you Mexico, bro? You're one person, bro. You're one person. How the hell is somebody disrespecting Mexico because they coming at you about your gym, bro? They coming at you about your gym, but they disrespecting the whole country. That shit don't make sense, bro. That shit doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, like, I'm sorry, bro. We gotta cut through the bullshit and keep it real. Like, and I don't have an issue with Canelo Alvarez as a fighter. I've never said I hated him or dislike him or anyway. As a matter of fact, I'm one of the few, and a lot of my brothers that are content creators that rock with me, they'll disagree with me. I'm one of the few ones that have him on my pound for pound list still right now, bro.
Yeah,
and
I
a lot of people
number
don't.
One right now. Like I said, I got a number one. Somebody got to come and take that away from him.
Usyk took it, but that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not gonna do that with you. I got Usyk number one, but
that's a good argument. That's a good argument.
Yeah.
That's a good argument, you know. But yeah. So ain't nobody hating on Canelo. I'm gonna give him his respect, but you know, the things and these accusations and that's coming out, it's warranted. So anything that Caleb Plant is saying, it's warranted for him to be saying that. He has a right to be saying the shit that he's saying. You know, it's none of it is bullshit.
There you go back, man. Yeah.
Man, before we get I'm about to get ready to, and everybody smash on the like button. If you have not smashed the like button, hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Let's get all the likes up. Now, Batman.
It ain't gonna cost you nothing but 2 seconds. Smash the like.
Smash on the like button. Batman.
Yeah.
Let me get your last words before we get up out of here.
Man, you know, it's great coming on here, sharing a platform with you on Knockout, man. Wish Money was here, but you know, man, like I said, man, Canelo moving funny in the streets, man. Caleb Plant putting it out there. I've been saying this before Caleb Plant was saying this, but you know, it is what it is, man. He the face of boxing right now. I mean, he not the face, but he the top of boxing right now because of his fan base. That's my opinion, not because of who he is, because I know for a fact his biggest fight of his career he lost. You know, but you know, it is what it is, man. And he got 2 controversial wins over 2 fighters. Man, he is who he is because of his fan base. He got a great skill set, but you know, it is what it is, Keith, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Batman, appreciate you. I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. Canelo Alvarez, in Canelo's defense, right? One thing why I have him high up on my pound for pound list and why I think he's a great fighter is because you got to keep it 100. Whatever you think about him, at the end of the day, right? He's fighting, even though these guys, a lot of the fighters that he fighting, we don't like. And we don't look at as the best of the best, right? He's still fighting the best competition out there if your name ain't Sean Porter or Errol Spence.
No, he not. He not fighting the best. That's
How
a lie
he
right
not?
there. Because
So
when the
how is
best
he not?
competition,
If your name ain't Sean Porter, Errol Spence, or Deontay Wilder, right? If your name ain't Sean Porter, Errol Spence, or Deontay Wilder, or Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao took a 2-year layoff. That's why I didn't say him. If you don't have one of those 3 names, and you know what I'm saying, if I'm missing somebody, let me know who else I'm missing.
I think the only ones that have an argument, that I would include in that list, I think Josh Taylor has a good resume.
Josh Taylor
at 140. I think
he
was talking about who has a resume that's equal to what Canelo's doing right now.
What
I would
he's
say
been doing in the last 3 years. None of these other dudes are doing that.
Only 2 that I think you left off, like I was saying, I think Josh Taylor would be one of them. Then the other one that I think you left off, when you look at Nakatani, Comey, and Lomachenko, I think you got to include Teofimo Lopez in there too.
Right.
That's the only 2.
So it's only a handful.
Oh yeah, Lil Charlo, good one, John Kramer. But not Lil Jamel Charlo too.
Jamel Charlo. Thank you, John Kramer, Jamel Charlo. So it's only about 6 fighters out of all the hundreds of fighters, or all the fighters that we know, that's really right. So if he's in that, he is in there. We talking about,
but not to cut you off. He's the only fighter. No, him and Tank Davis are the only 2 fighters that can fight anybody they want to fight. Anybody they want to fight, but they choose to fight. They choose to fight lesser competition. They choose to fight the motherfuckers who they really think they can win.
Batman, you got to hear what I'm saying, though. You only hearing hold on, Batman. You only hearing part of what I'm saying, right? I said, even though some of the fighters that he's fighting, you might look at and say, okay, well, he not the best of the best, right? But if you compare the fighters that he's fighting, compare them to the other fighters that all the other fighters in boxing are fighting, they still better competition than what the rest of these dudes is doing. You see what I'm saying? Like let's make a quick example, right? Say Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. Who else is in the middleweight division? Triple G,
Murata.
The guys at 175, right? We can name all these guys at 168, 175, and 160.
You gotta exclude Boo Boo because don't nobody want to fight him.
Because it's other fighters out there that you know what I'm saying, that it's other fighters out there, right? We're not excluding nobody.
But he went at all the
barring the circumstances, we not. So what I'm saying is, the fact is, right, when you look at the whole overall, he's still, the guys that he's fighting is still way better competition than anybody else, although anybody else is fighting besides those handful of fighters that me and Knockout named. So that's why you got to give him credit into now. Now, if we're talking about the 90s, the early 2000s, the 80s, maybe we wouldn't be able to give him no credit, because you know what I'm saying. But now, as of today, and what these other fighters are doing today is what we got to go by. We got to give him his respect, because he's doing more than what any of these other guys is doing. If your name ain't those names that me and Knockout named off, and that's a fact. Let me get this super chat real quick, because it's been up here, and then I'm gonna let you say what you got to say. My bad. My man KG Alexander off in the building.
Salute KG.
Always coming through showing love. He said, man, is busy as hell at my restaurant right now, but I'm here. Salute. He says, my dude, Key Knockout TV, Batman. And he said, y'all speaking facts. Everybody in the chat, and hit that like button, costs nothing. My man, KG, he back there cooking up that good barbecue.
What's up, KG?
Ken's, you know what I'm saying? At Ken's Barbecue. What's happening with you, KG?
Hey, but listen what I'm saying, though. He's the king of the hill. He can fight whoever he want to fight. Why pick these guys? When Boo Boo was calling you out, you was acting like you was scared. You was one win away from what you wanted to be. You was one win away from what you wanted to be, but you picked Rocky Fielding. Rocky Fielding is one of the top of the tops. I mean, is one of a good person on your resume? No. Then you went up to see Kovalev. All right, that's a good person on your resume. But you know, at the time, Kovalev was old. He coming off a 12-round fight. You give him 4 weeks. You just gotta put certain shit in the perspective. Be like, damn, can I put that on this resume? That's good. Because of the name. All right, cool. I'm gonna do it because of the name. Then you go to.
And I feel
everything that here's what's hard for me though.
I feel
here's what's hard for me, Batman.
Batman, I feel what you're saying, but all I'm saying is compared to what these other fighters are doing nowadays.
Yeah, his opponents
that he's fighting is still better than who they fight. That's all I'm saying. Now let me pass it to knockout because I gotta get out of here. But say what you gotta say real quick, and then I'm gonna pass it to knockout.
I wish one of these other fighters to see if they was the king of the hill, who they will be fighting. Will they be fighting the tough fights other than, you know what I'm saying, like Boo Boo Andre? If he was king of the hill, will he take out everybody? But I'm just saying.
We don't know.
It looked like he trying to do it though. Because if he can't get Canelo, he already win that he win that Triple G and Charlo.
He is on people's helmet right now.
And he fighting Caleb Plant. So let's cut all that shit out. Caleb Plant is a motherfucking dangerous fighter.
Yeah, that's a dangerous fight for him.
You picking Caleb Plant, ain't you, Batman?
Huh?
And me too.
You picking Caleb Plant, right? Yeah.
But listen, now he's fighting a good fighter. I mean, he trying to be undisputed, and he think Caleb Plant sweet. That's the only reason he going there. But he done got tricked.
Okay. Yes, well, let me say this real quick because I know we gotta go, bro. First of all, I appreciate y'all, man. Great conversation. I always love cooking it up with y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Last thing I'll say is at the end of the day, whatever side you're on, we got ourselves a great fight coming on November the 6th. So y'all be sure to make sure y'all watch it and support boxing. If y'all want to support my channel, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, right here on YouTube. Also follow me on Twitter at KO Boxing 86 TV. I appreciate y'all, man, and thank you for letting me on, Key. It's always a pleasure to talk boxing with you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through. We had another great show. Appreciate that everybody that hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button, hit the like button. And everybody that come through and show love and support. Another great show. Like I said, we only talking right here. We gonna talk about facts. That's what we do over here. I don't push no narratives. I just say it just how I feel. Everybody have their own opinion, and everybody's opinion is welcome. Just keep it respectful. Like I said, hit the like button, and y'all already know how I do. Until next time, like I said, we only 8 days away. We about 8 days away. Everything finna change, but I appreciate everything, and y'all smash the like button, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.